Hello friends, welcome to Competitors World. Competitors World को आपण मानकु स्वागत. In the previous session we discussed about the Bhauma-Kara dynasty. Okay. आमे detailed discussion करथिले Bhauma-Kara dynasty विषय रे. And in today's session we will be discussing the MCQs of Bhauma-Kara dynasty. Okay. So before starting the MCQ, I will advise you to go through the detailed explanation of Bhauma-Kara dynasty. Okay. First theory part को भलसे टिके गोटे थर देखि दियंतु. I think 20 to 30 minutes रे गोटे वीडियो अछि. You will get overall idea about Bhauma-Kara dynasty and it will be very much easier for you to answer all these questions of the MCQs. MCQ question गुडा को आंसर दवा पई बहुत easier हे जिवो. आ गोटे clear cut understanding भी आसी जिवो about Bhauma-Kara dynasty. Okay. So let us start today's session, and these questions are very much important for the upcoming exams. So let us start. So the first question is, the Bhauma-Kara dynasty mainly ruled which region of India? केउ region रे Bhauma-Kara dynasty शासन करथिले? Okay. Bengal, Assam, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh. So here the right answer is, that is very easy, Odisha. Okay, in Kalinga. If I'll talk about Bhauma-Kara dynasty, the Bhauma-Kara ruled large part of coastal Odisha. What is the period when the Bhauma-Kara ruled Odisha? Yes, that is from the 8th to 10th century CE. Okay. So let us move to the next question. Which century marks the beginning of Bhauma-Kara rule? Bhauma-Kara rule kebe start hitla? Yes, that is 8th century CE. The Bhauma-Kara rule started in Kalinga. So if we'll talk about the Bhauma-Kara dynasty, the Bhauma-Kara dynasty emerged around the mid 18th century CE after the decline of, that is, the Shaladbhava dynasty. Okay, so that was around 736 AD. Okay, the Bhauma-Kara dynasty emerged in Odisha. So let us move to the next question. Which region was mainly patronized by the early Bhauma-Kara rulers? Okay, केउ religion primarily patronized करायतला by the Bhauma-Kara ruler? केउ religion को follow करतले? If I'll talk about the Bhauma-Kara dynasty, what will the answer here? So here the right answer is, that is Buddhism. Okay, so Bhauma-Kara ruler माने Buddhism को follow करतले, basically the male rulers. If I'll talk about the female rulers, they were the devotees of Shaivism and Vaishnavism. Okay, so let us move. Look at this. Early Bhauma-Kara rulers were followers of Mahayana Buddhism. So Buddhism was from Mahayana sect. They granted lands to Buddhist monasteries and viharas. Many inscriptions mentioned Buddhist donations. Later rulers also supported Shaivism and Vaishnavism. So the later rulers were generally the female rulers. Okay. So the female rulers were primarily the supporters of Shaivism and Vaishnavism. Okay. And ମୁଁ ଯଦି କହିବି ଏ जो Bhauma-Kara ruler ମାନେ ଥିଲେ ସେମାନେ Mahayana sect Buddhism को follow करथिले ଏବଂ Buddhist monasteries ଏବଂ viharas establish ପାଇଁ ସେମାନେ land donate କରିଥିଲେ. ଯିବା next question को, that is question number 4. Which unique feature is associated with the Bhauma-Kara dynasty? So एमिति कौन unique feature अच्छी जोटा कि Bhauma-Kara dynasty से associated? Persian administration, matrilineal succession, rule by the women rulers, now foreign invasions. So what all of you know, here the answer will be, that is rule by women rulers. Okay, in the era of Bhauma-Kara dynasty, the women were given much importance. Okay, so there were many women rulers at that time. So this was the unique feature of Bhauma-Kara dynasty. So several Bhauma-Kara queens ruled independently. ସେମାନେ independent ruler ଥିଲେ. These was rare in early medieval Indian history. जोटरे early medieval Indian history रे सब नथिला. So during Bhauma-Kara dynasty, the queens ruled independently. Queens exercised full sovereign authority. It shows advanced political acceptance of women. Next question. Who among the following was prominent भौमकर क्वीन किए जन प्रोमिनेंट भौमकर क्वीन थिले एमानक मध्यरु ऑप्शन 1 दीदा ऑप्शन बी रुद्रमन देवी ऑप्शन सी त्रिभुवन महादेवी ऑप्शन डी that is Prabhavati Gupta. So here the right answer is that is Tribhuvana Mahadevi. Who was Tribhuvana Mahadevi? Yes, the Tribhuvana Mahadevi was the wife of Santikara Deva I, and she was very much capable ruler, and she was the follower of Vaishnavism. Okay, Vaishnavism. So let us look at the description part. Tribhuvana Mahadevi ruled as an independent monarch. She issued inscription in her own name. There are four queens with the same title, that is Mahadevi. So if we'll talk about the queens having the same title Mahadevi, so name was Gauri Mahadevi, another one is Dandi Mahadevi, another one is Bhakula Mahadevi, and another one is that is Dharma Mahadevi. Dharma Mahadevi. Okay. So jiba next question ko. Which source provides major information about the Bhauma-Kara dynasty? So केउ source हमको Bhauma-Kara dynasty विषय रे जणाउछि. So I have told in the previous video. So the earlier copper plate inscriptions were the main source of information about the Bhauma-Kara dynasty. So here the right answer would be that is copper plate inscriptions. Okay. So if I'll talk about the copper plate inscriptions, most information comes from the land grant inscriptions, and these were issued by the kings and queens. They record administrative and religious details. They are crucial for reconstructing Bhauma-Kara history. Yes. So let us move to the next question, that is question number 7. The Bhauma-Kara rulers issued and land grants mainly कौन पे land grant issue करथिले? Military officials, Jain monks, Buddhist monasteries and village assemblies. So here the right answer would be that is option C, Buddhist monasteries. Okay. So land grants were given to the Buddhist institutions, and this shows strong royal patronage of Buddhism. Grants supported monasteries and learning centers. It enhanced Buddhist culture in Odisha. So let us move to the next question. Which dynasty succeeded the Bhauma-Kara in Odisha? केउ dynasty Bhauma-Kara को succeed करथिले? Eastern Gangas, Somavanshis, Guptas and Palas. What is the right answer here? So here the right answer is that is Somavanshi. Okay. So Bhauma-Kara dynasty को पर Somavanshi dynasty आस्थिले. तो Bhauma-Kara declined. When it declined, that is 10th century CE. So it continued up from 8th century CE to 10th century CE. After that, there was declination, and the Somavanshi rose to power after that. They established strong Shaiva traditions. The Somavanshis were primarily followers of Shaivism. So say they show the strong Shaiva traditions. As I have told you, in the latter Bhauma-Kara period, there was some inclination towards Vaishnavism and Shaivism. So in the Somavanshi period, there are strong Shaiva traditions. This marked a new political phase in Odisha. So next question. The historical importance of the Bhauma-Kara dynasty lies in. Where the historical importance of Bhauma-Kara dynasty lies? केउंठरे historical importance Bhauma-Kara अछि? Naval power, trade expansion, female rulership and Buddhist patronage, large empire building. So here the right answer would be that is you all know this answer. That is female rulership and Buddhist patronage. Option C is the right answer. Next question. Yes, this dynasty is known for ruling queens. They strongly supported Mahayana Buddhism, Mahayana sect of Buddhism. You also know there are two sects of Buddhism. One is Mahayana and another is that is Hinayana. But in case of the Bhauma-Kara dynasty, the rulers were followers of that is Mahayana Buddhism. This was unusual in early medieval India. Hence, this hold special historical significance. Let us move to the next question, that is question number 10. The Bhauma-Kara rulers are believed to have descended from which lineage? କେଉଁ ବଂଶରୁ ଆସିଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ? Bhauma-Karas. I already told you the word Bhauma-Kara is combination of two words, that is Bhauma and Kara. Bhauma was the earlier, the king named themselves as Bhaumas. So Bhaumas, if we'll talk about the lineage, that is they have originated from Bhauma, the earth-born lineage they call themselves. So the answer is Bhauma, earth-born lineage. The dynasty traced its origin to Bhauma, meaning earth-born. This claim is mentioned in these inscriptions. It provided a divine legitimacy to their rule. Such mythic origins were common in early medieval India. So let us move to the next question, that is question number 11. Which language was mainly used in Bhauma-Kara inscriptions? So here I want to say one thing. In every videos we discussed first the theory part and then we proceed towards the MCQs, so that you will have a clear cut understanding, okay, about the concept. Which language was mainly used in Bhauma-Kara inscription? जो Bhauma-Kara copper plate inscription थिला ସେଥିରେ କେଉଁ language use करा होतला? Pali, Prakrit, Sanskrit or Odia? So here the right answer is that is Sanskrit. Okay, so the Bhauma-Kara inscriptions were mainly used Sanskrit language. Let us move to the next question. Bhauma-Kara inscriptions were composed in Sanskrit. Okay, they followed the which script? Yes, that's a Nagari script. Sanskrit language and Nagari script. Sanskrit enhanced the royal prestige. It was widely used in land grants. Okay, so ଯିବା next question को. The Bhauma-Kara period is associated with growth of which Buddhist sect? As I have already told you in the previous question, Hinayana, Theravada, Vajrayana and Mahayana. So here the right answer would be that is Mahayana sect of Buddhism was prevalent during the Bhauma-Kara period. Okay, so right answer is Mahayana. Mahayana Buddhism flourished under the Bhauma-Kara patronage. Many viharas were supported by royal grants. Buddhist scholars thrived during this period. Odisha became a regional Buddhist center. Next question. Which of the following queens ruled first among the Bhauma-Kara women rulers? Okay, Tribhuvana Mahadevi 1, Tribhuvana Mahadevi 2, Tribhuvana Mahadevi 3, Bhakula Mahadevi. So what is the right answer here? So here the right answer is that is Tribhuvana Mahadevi. So Tribhuvana Mahadevi was the capable and efficient ruler. Okay, so here the right answer is that is Tribhuvana Mahadevi 1. So Tribhuvana Mahadevi 1 was the earliest ruling queen. She ascended throne independently. Her reign set a precedent for female rule. Later queen followed her example. Okay, so let us move to the next question. Question number 14. Which script was commonly used during Bhauma-Kara inscription? Very very important. Brahmi, Kharostri, Nagari or Sarada? So here right answer is that is option C, Nagari script. Okay, so the copper plate inscription ne Nagari script use hotla. Nagari script. In which language? Yes, in Sanskrit language. The inscriptions were written in Nagari script. The language was Sanskrit. Two things to remember: Nagari script and Sanskrit language. The script was widely prevalent then. It aided royal documentation. Let us move to the next question, that is question number 15. Which title reflects the sovereign status of Bhauma-Kara rulers? Bhauma-Kara rulerଙ୍କ sovereign status को कोउ टाइटल दिया जायतिला रिफ्लेक्ट करिया पई? यस, सम्राट, परमेश्वर, राजकेशरी ना नायक? Here the right answer is that is Parameshwara. Okay, so if we'll talk about Parameshwara title, the title Parameshwara denotes supreme authority. Okay, it appears in Bhauma-Kara inscriptions. Such title emphasize independence. The independence को emphasize करे. This signified royal legitimacy. Next question. The Bhauma-Kara rulers were contemporary of which dynasty in Bengal? ଯେତେବେଳେ ଭୌମକର ରୁଲର ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଥିଲେ ସେତେବେଳେ ବେଙ୍ଗଲରେ କୋଉ ଡାଇନାଷ୍ଟି କଣ୍ଟେମ୍ପୋରାରୀ ମାନେ ସମାନ ସମାନ ସମକକ୍ଷ ସମକକ୍ଷ ମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଆଟ୍ ଏ ଟାଇମ୍ ପାରାଲାଲି ଏଠି ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଭୌମକର ଥିଲାବେଳେ ବେଙ୍ଗଲରେ କୋଉ ରୁଲ୍ ଥିଲା? Option A Sena, option B Pala, option C that is Gupta, option D that is Pushyavati. So here the right answer is that is Pala dynasty. Okay, so the Pala dynasty was the contemporary of Bhauma-Kara rulers. Look at this. The Bhauma-Kara dynasty, that is, I've already told you that 8 to 10th century CE ruled in present day of Odisha and was contemporary with the Pala dynasty of Bengal. Both dynasties also share an interest in Buddhist patronage, especially that is Mahayana and Vajrayana traditions. Next question. The capital of Bhauma-Kara rulers was Bhauma-Kara ruler capital कौन थिला? Okay. Option A तोसाली, option B कटका that is कटक, option C गुहेश्वर पटक, okay, option D that is ताम्रलिप्ति. So here the right answer is option C गुहेश्वर पटक. So गुहेश्वर पटक को आउ गोटे कह जाए गुहदेवर देव पटक भी कह जाए, गुहदेव पटक भी कह जाए, गुहदेव पटक, गुहदेव पटक, गुहेश्वर पटक भी कह जाए और गुहदेव पटक भी कह जाए. So if we'll talk about the capital, the Bhauma-Kara rulers had their capital at Guheshwar Pataka as evidence from inscriptions. So everything which is known, their evidence from inscriptions. This center played an important administrative and political role during the rule in early medieval Odisha. Which of the following inscription is associated with Bhauma-Kara dynasty? 18 number question. क्यों इंस्क्रिप्शन टी Bhauma-Kara डायनेस्टी सहित रिलेटेड? हाथी गुंफा इंस्क्रिप्शन, तालचेर कपर प्लेट, अशोकन एडिक्ट ना अलाहाबाद पिलार इंस्क्रिप्शन? सो हियर द राइट आंसर इज दैट इज तालचेर कपर प्लेट. सो तालचेर कपर प्लेट इंस्क्रिप्शन इज रिलेटेड टू Bhauma-Kara डायनेस्टी. The Talcher copper plate and other grants record the rule of Bhauma-Kara kings and queens and their religious donations. Okay, so here the right answer is Talcher copper plates. Jiva, next question. The Bhauma-Kara dynasty declined. Kebe decline kala? As I have already told you, it continued from 8th century CE to 10th century CE. So it must have declined after 10th century CE. What will the right answer here? Here the right answer is that is option B, 10th century CE. Okay. So the Somavanshi dynasty replaced the Bhauma-Kara rulers in Odisha after their decline in the 10th century CE, late 10th century CE. Next question. The title Parameswara in Bhauma-Kara inscriptions indicated. जो परमेश्वर टाइटल दिया है Bhauma-Kara inscription में Bhauma-Kara ruler मान को ताहा कौन इंडिकेट करे? सबऑर्डिनेट किंगशिप, ना रिलीजियस priesthood, ना supreme sovereign authority, ना local craftsmanship. So what will the right answer here? So here the right answer is that is supreme sovereign authority. Okay. यदि हम देखिए the Parameswara emphasized independence and royal legitimacy of the Bhauma-Kara rulers. So जी next question को question number 21. Who was the first ruler of the Bhauma-Kara dynasty? Bhauma-Kara dynasty रा प्रथम ruler किए थे? Two things to remember. Who was the founder of Bhauma-Kara dynasty and who was the first ruler of the Bhauma-Kara dynasty? यदि first ruler कथा देखिए, what is the right answer? Subhakara 1, Tribhuvan Mahadevi 1, na Madhukara 1, na Santikara Devi. So here the right answer is that is Subhakara 1 is the first ruler. Okay. So Subhakara 1 is considered to the not the first ruler of Bhauma-Kara dynasty. Founder is different. We'll see in the next questions. Tribhuvan Mahadevi. Simakara Deva was the founder and Subhakara Deva was the first ruler. Tribhuvan Mahadevi was the wife of which ruler? What is the right answer? Subhakara 1, Santikara Deva, na Subhakara Deva, na Madhukara 1. So here the right answer is that is Santikara Deva 1. Okay. So Santikara Deva 1 was the husband of Tribhuvan Mahadevi 1. So she ruled after her husband's death, demonstrating the prominent role of female rulers in the Bhauma-Kara dynasty. She was the first female ruler. Santikara Devi, Um, Tribhuvana Mahadevi I was the first female ruler of Bhauma-kara dynasty. Next question. Which of the following temple is associated with Bhauma-kara period? Bhauma-kara period रे क्यों temple टे थिला? परमेश्वर टेम्पल भुवनेश्वर सॉरी परशुरामेश्वर टेम्पल भुवनेश्वर ना भिताल देवल भुवनेश्वर ना लिंगराज टेम्पल ना जगन्नाथ टेम्पल. Here right answer is that is Bhital Devula in Bhubaneswar. Okay. So we'll talk about Bhital Devula in Bhubaneswar. Bhital Devula is a late Bhauma-kara structure with tantric Buddhist influence reflecting their religious patronage. Tantric Buddhist influence रे सेटा निर्माण कराइथला Bhital Devula at Bhubaneswar. Okay. So Bhital Devula Bhubaneswar is famous example of dash. केउं प्रकार example? Dravidian temple architecture na Odishan Buddhist tantric temple, joined rock cut temple na Gupta era brick temple. So here the right answer is that is Odishan Buddhist tantric temple. Okay, Bhital Devula during the Bhauma-kara period. So Bhital Devul is notable for Khakra style. The style was Khakra style architecture, rare form influenced by the Buddhist tantric traditions. So let us move to the next question, question number 25. Who was the founder of Bhauma-kara dynasty? And this is the last question of today's session. Who was the founder of Bhauma-kara dynasty? Bhauma-kara dynasty founder kiye thile? So we'll talk, answer is, so first see the option. Let's see. Semakara Deva, Madhukarvan, Santikara Deva, na Tribhuvan Mahadevi I. So here the right answer is that is option A, Semakara Deva. So Semakara Deva was the founder of Bhauma-kara dynasty. If you ask the first ruler, then he is that is Shubhakara Deva I. Okay, so he is the first ruler. If the question asks about the founder, he is Semakara Deva. Okay, so Semakara Deva established the Bhauma-kara dynasty in Odisha, going that is 8th century CE. Where is the capital? His capital was Guheshwara Pataka. Okay, so Guheshwara Pataka is otherwise known as Guha Deva Pataka. Okay, so if he laid the foundation for dynasty notable for female rulers, Buddhist patronage and regional sovereignty. So this was all about Bhauma-kara dynasty. So question 8 ରୁ ହିଁ ଆସିବ, ଆଉ କିଛି ଅଧିକା question ଆସିବାର ଚାନ୍ସ ନାହିଁ. Bhauma-kara dynasty main important questions 8 ରୁ ହିଁ ଆସିବାର chances ବେଶୀ. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video, giving your precious time. And one request before ending the video, do like, share and subscribe this channel if you have not subscribed. Okay, press the bell icon and keep studying. Okay, so thank you so much. May God bless you. Thanks a lot.